Yeah.
Yep, right. So first things first, when you get to site, depends if you're going to be a member of any of the clubs or not. Camping and caravan, just go away from that door, because if he can fly out of there, we might just catch you.
That's all we're standing on that.
Yeah, that's it, yeah, keep your foot against it. Camping and caravan, they tend to show you to your pitch. Caravan club more or less tell you go and find the one you want. Okay, so obviously camping and caravan may actually help you on the pitch as well if you're struggling a little bit. There's always people that are experienced around. Warden's usually pretty experienced as well. So if you're on your own, there's always people about that can obviously help you. So first things first, when you choose your pitch, have a look, see how level it is to start with. So when you back onto the pitch, you can see if it needs leveling up side to side, because that's what you're going to need to do first. You could use the motor mover to do that. So what you would be doing, if that side is down, you need to lift that side. So the way to do that is that you can get these plastic ramps, or you can have blocks of wood. What you need to use either the motor mover to drive it on, or use your car to do the same. Okay, if it's level side to side, which a lot of pitches tend to be, if they're hard standing pitches, they tend to be level side to side, unless you're on quite a slopey site.
Yeah.
You may not need to level it side to side.
Yeah.
Spirit level is quite a useful little gadget to have. Obviously you can pick them up fairly cheaply.
Yeah.
I tend to put mine just for the door. It's up to you. As long as you're on a flat surface,
Yeah.
and you can check to see how level it is. So once you've got it onto your pitch, if you have to level it, obviously level it. Then obviously you need to get the car out of the way.
And what do you level it with? That stick?
The stick? No. Looking at that.
How do you level it?
If you level it side to side, you need
Yeah.
to drive it up onto a block
Yeah.
or a ramp.
Okay.
If you don't need to do that, obviously you still need to level it front to back. Okay, so first things first, you need to get the car out of the way.
Yeah.
Okay, so handbrake on first, disconnect the electrics, your breakaway cable. I'll show you how to operate that on the tow ball after. Have you brought the...
No rocky roads.
Oh no!
Oh, it's okay then. I don't think they'll choose anything else.
No.
Thank you.
Oh, they were looking
Thanks
forward
for
to
that.
Rocky Road.
Oh, no.
Right. Sorry. Right. Where were we? So, disconnect. I'll show you go for the running gear when we connect to the car, because it's easy to show you there. So then you drop the jockey wheel to the ground, lock it up in that position, wind it up, get the car out of the way. As I say, I'll go through that in a minute, at the end. Then you use the jockey wheel to level it front to back. So all you do is up or down on that, so it just lowers it up.
Yeah.
Makes it a bit higher. So again, use the spirit level, you can see how level that is then.
Yeah.
I hope you're taking all this inside, mate, telling you.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be trying. How do you do this again? So once you've done that,
Yeah.
then you can start winding the legs down. So they're actually what they call steadies in the corner. They're not there to lift the van.
Yeah.
So they're not there to lift it to try and level it.
Yeah.
They're just there to steady it to stop it. Obviously, when the kids are bouncing around,
Okay.
stop it from bouncing around. So what you have got a couple of them here. As you start back, you've got your handle. If you've got a cordless drill at home, they are very useful because you can get that fit in,
Yeah.
and it's a lot quicker. This by hand takes a long time.
It's also being idle.
Yeah. Well, it is, yeah. If it's raining, you want to get inside rather quickly.
I can run one of them up and down and then he's fast as somebody with a drill.
I did hear that someone had said about getting a drill.
It's up to you, obviously. If you like the exercise, so do that by hand will take quite a while. You do that by that. Seconds. Yeah.
Thinks it's cheating.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If you do that. Well, I prefer that, but it's up to you. Especially if it's raining, you're wet back.
You get wet anyway, don't you? So.
Oh yeah, you're still going to get wet anyway. But what I tend to do then is once I've wound all the legs down, I'll just do a bit of that. If there's still that bit of movement,
Yeah, you just
you
do
just need
it
to give
again.
it like another half tweak each. Okay. So
Lovely.
right, I'm going to bring that back up because I forget, and then when I get to the car. So I normally would leave that down, just for ease of me getting the van in and out. I'll leave that up for now. Right. So once you've done that on each corner, so there's one on the side
Yeah.
and two at the back. Once you've done that, then you can start connecting your services. So the first thing, obviously, you'd like me to do is open the gas locker. You probably have handles and ack rolls and all sorts of stuff in there you'd be taking out. I tend to switch my gas on at this point, if you've operated gas before. But the connection to the bottle itself, that one there, is obviously a spanner type fitting. It's a reverse thread. Okay, so what that means is if so if you've heard the saying righty tighty lefty loosey, it's righty loosey lefty tighty. If that either confuses you or makes more sense, but it is a different way. So if
You'll
you're
have
trying to
to
bolt,
show me.
it's actually loosening it on that.
Okay.
All right. So don't travel with the gas turned on. Always
Yeah.
switch it off when you're travelling. So obviously when you get to site, you need to turn it on. So all you do is just turn the tap on the top of the bottle, and that will obviously give you gas into the van. And once you've done that, obviously you'll be taking things out like your cable you've got there, your rack roll, your Wastemaster. Obviously you need to start setting them up, which is outside the van. So we've got an rack roll already filled, ready to show you how everything working. This is your pump, or your pipe even, because it hasn't got a pump. The pump is actually on board. So this is just a pipe that draws the water from the rack roll. You can see that it naturally tendency wants to curl up, right? Just make sure you straighten it out. Some people put weights on it, it's up to you, but if it does curl up, the likelihood it's just going to sit at the top of the rack roll and just draw air rather than water. And that just clicks in. To get it out, just pull back on the trigger and it releases it, okay? So that's the water. So you'll have something like that. So if the kids are quite, well, probably the older kid probably might be able to go and get the water.
Yeah,
for
Dad
them. Keep them
made me
occupied.
do it.
Yeah,
Dad
exactly,
always
yeah.
made me
too
fetch
right.
the
Yeah,
water.
that's it. Give them some job to do. That keeps them busy then. They're not
Go and
off.
get the waiter, go and do this.
Yeah, do that.
Here's the vice, go and empty that. You've done it. You've done it in there, you go and empty it.
Yeah, you go and empty. Yeah. I can never get my kids to do it. Right. If you're going to be operating the boiler on gas, you need to take this cover off. If you're travelling, it'll be on. If it's running on electric, you don't need to take that off.
Yeah.
I'll explain a bit more about that when we start talking about the heating and water system. But if you do fail to take that off, all it'll do is just shut the gas off.
Okay.
It'll just fail, so it's shut off fairly. Okay. Next thing you may want to connect is your electric. Okay, so you'll have obviously connection pretty similar to that. Always connect to your van first.
Yeah.
Okay, so all you do is push that on there, make sure you push it fully on, then all you do is just thread that cable through that gap there, otherwise it'll trap it, and obviously shut it. Okay, unravel it
And
fully.
then lock it,
Yeah, and lock it.
just in case there's some thieving little
Yeah.
shite and as your batteries were.
Yeah.
Is that what they do?
Oh yeah. Well, some places. Right, so unravel it all the way, then connect to your bollard. Don't do it the other way around. Don't connect to your bollard first, because if you're walking across wet grass with that, you've then got a live cable, you're carrying across the grass.
Yeah.
Okay, so always connect to your caravan first. Okay? So you fitted your 12-volt battery, so that will stay there all the time unless you take it off to charge it. But while using it, that will stay in that position there.
Pick that up, Dad.
Chuck your money away.
Thanks, Dad.
You want to make him pick it up, you know, I'll go get down there, exactly.
Right, next thing you come along to is your wastewater. So waste outlet is there. You have got a pipe at the front there somewhere. So take it on. All that does is just pushes on. Okay? So you've obviously got two. You've got one from the kitchen
Yeah.
and what the other outlet's from the bathroom. All you do is just push it in. You see that, it just pushes on. So it's probably easy to put that into your Wastemaster first, then push that onto there. What you will find is if your rack roll is empty, just check that, because the likelihood that's probably full.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're going to fill that, likelihood of that is going to be full as well.
Yeah.
So you're going to need to go and empty that as well. That is quite hefty. And if you see the shape of it, it's quite difficult to see from the picture. It's kind of an L shape. There's a thin end by the handle, which you could, if you really wanted to, slide that under the van. But when that's full, that's about 38 kilo of water.
Yeah.
The handle is actually sitting under the van.
Yeah.
You try and drag that out.
I never put mine under.
No, I never. I always
So
leave
leave
it down
it
the side.
out.
Yeah, just leave it down
Yeah.
the side. It's designed to do that, but obviously they put the handle at the wrong end, really, haven't they? To be able to drag it out. Okay. The next fun thing, obviously, is your toilet. Okay. So what you've got, your flush tank. So what you do with that, you put a small amount of chemical, which is the pink, and top it up with water.
Okay.
Don't travel with it full. Okay, because if it's full, it may overflow into the
Yeah.
van, so you don't really want to do it. But you can travel with some in there.
So
Obviously,
you
it's
put
quite
a
handy.
cap full of pink and then
Yeah, roughly.
put
Yeah,
water
roughly.
in.
Yeah. So you can top it up with water. But you could travel with some in there. Obviously, it's quite
Yeah.
handy with having little ones. You're travelling to
Yeah.
wherever you're going. You can just pull into a lay-by.
Yeah.
Obviously, you still use it. Obviously, it's quite difficult to park something like this unless you come across
It's
a
okay
lay-by.
with boys, they're just trying to bush.
Well, yes, I know. Yeah. I had it a bit more difficult for girls. But it's quite handy to have.
All girls I had.
Yeah, you know the troubles. What you've also got here, that is your level for your flush tank. You see that there?
Yeah.
So when you went to empty it, just pull that out, and you can just drain that down. So in the winter, make sure you do drain that down.
Okay.
What you can do is flush it out. So using the flush system on the toilet, you can flush it into your waste tank. Just
Okay.
drain the last little bit through there, otherwise you're there for ages waiting for it to drain down.
Yeah.
Your waste tank, which is in the more exciting bit. So with this, put a blue chemical in this, so a cap full of blue chemical and around about a pint of water.
Yeah, okay.
That helps to break down the nasty stuff. Okay, so you do that before you use it. Obviously, slide it back in again. When you come to empty it, that cap there, don't put it on the wall. If you've been to a chemical emptying point, there's usually a big white funnel in the centre with a big hole, with a brick wall around it. Don't put that on the brick wall. You go and knock that down that big hole, you're not going to be sticking around down there to try and fish it out.
Yeah.
So it's best to put it on the floor behind you rather than there. Okay? To empty it, you've got an air bleed button there, so that allows it to flow out easy, so it's coming out of that hole there. Okay? Alright, and that just slides in. Obviously, I didn't show you. So that's got a handle as well on this particular model.
Shopping trolley, shopping for shite then?
Yeah, but some people say, well, it looks like something you'd take for an airport. You know, a little, I don't think it goes to imagine that going for the X-ray machine. What the hell is that? I'll be a bit worried. Okay?
Yeah,
Right,
that's
so happy
lovely.
this side so far. You wind down points on either side of the back here, if you can see that. So you wind down points of there and there for the back one. Make sure you get at least one leg down at the back before someone jumps in,
Okay.
because you don't want to be looking up like a seesaw, which could happen. Obviously, it's still.
Down.
Eh?
They can take some pulling down.
Yeah, well, sometimes everyone all runs to the one end. And,
Yeah, I hadn't even thought of that.
yeah, it can happen. Obviously, it's quite a longish span. All depends on how much weight you got in the front of it. As you can see, as we're a Swift dealer, but the other important thing is, this is more that likely you're going to do this before travelling. Okay. Obviously, your dad will know a lot more about that with the HGV driving. Wheel nuts are very important. You check the tightness of.
Okay.
They have been checked at least 3 or 4 times by different engineers on the PDI. I'm the last one to check them. Obviously, that shows you how important it is. I think on this one, I'll double check on that. It's 115 newton meters on this one. Don't think it says on the plate on this one. So I'm sure it's 115 newton meters.
I'll just go FT.
Hey?
I'll just go FT.
FT. Yeah, obviously it's a lot better if you got it on the actual setting, but as long as you check them and make sure they're not loose. Okay. Right. Obviously we've been locked out. Right. Key wise, I'm not sure what these are. But normally you just got one key that does all locks. So you got one spare, right? So that does every lock that's around your van. So, as I said, I'm not sure what these ones actually are. They don't look.
Is the same one for the door?
Oh, it should be all them. It should be all the same. It might have been a lock on a previous, security lock or whatever that previous customers had, and then take the lock with them, and the keys they've left the keys behind. Very possible. It looks like it. It doesn't look like a.
So what's the bolts that you check on the wheel?
More van keys.
Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Because normally they're not. They don't look like that. Yeah.
What it is, they've had some.
They've had extra ones put on me. That's
Two
it. Yeah.
vans
That's what it is.
So all them keys there.
Oh, so that's only them. Yeah. So only one. That you only need to use one. And obviously all
So
this.
what's the bolts that you check?
The wheel nuts.
The wheel nuts.
Yeah, the wheel nuts. Yeah. So you need to check them. I will check them before you leave it.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. If you'd like to go inside, and we'll show you how the water system operates and the heating system.
And someone has to empty that every couple of days, maybe.
I'm going to stick more slippers on. Right. Well, what we've got by the door is your control panel. Someone's going to be on the floor in a minute.
Put him down.
He's okay.
Yeah. So your control panel, which is above the door. Okay, when you come to use your van, you need to switch the control panel on. Okay, which is that power button there. Okay, so that's your 12 volt system's off. If you have a look at the front there now, there's one light that's still lit.
Yeah.
That's on 240. Okay, so if you're on a site with no electric, you're trying to get that light to work, it won't work because you've got no electric. It has to, obviously it's not a 12 volt light. Okay, so when you go in, switch your power button on. That switches your 12 volt systems on. There's all in the background here, there's got 12 volt systems, so you've got 12 volt system that operates the igniters on things, on the cooker, on the boiler, on the fire. Okay, so you need to switch that on when you're using it and leave it switched on while you're using it as well. Okay, what we've also got is water pump switch. Don't switch that on straight away, I'll tell you that in a minute. Battery select. So you could select battery if your car was still attached, you probably wouldn't want to on site. But obviously the risk of is you drain the battery down on your car and then you're not going to be starting it. View levels. So if I press that, you can see what level your leisure battery is. You could also see the vehicle battery if that was attached. What you've also got is the main light, or the main indicator light to say you've got the mains connected, and this little indicator light there is to say you've got the leisure battery connected. Okay?
And do you just leave that on at night? the
Yeah,
power?
just leave it on. When you're using it, leave it on.
Yeah.
When it's time to go home, then you switch it on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so next thing we need to do is get the water system up and running. So that's one of the first things you would do when you get there. So what you need to do first is make sure, before you switch that water pump on, everything's secure. So make sure things like the tap, all the taps are closed. You can see where this tap can go as well. This is obviously manoeuvrable.
Yeah.
So make sure that's over the top of the sink and closed, and the drain down, which is in that corner there, which I can't get to at the moment.
Yeah.
So
William, move over.
yeah,
dude.
we just. I think he's right.
This
in the
way?
corner on this particular. Oh, I need to go that corner.
Oh, that way.
corner. Oh,
Sorry.
no, use the chairs.
That way.
There's too many of us.
There is too many people.
It's nice and cosy, yeah. So down here, can you see that down there? Look, that yellow lever, that one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in the closed position at the moment. So that's your drain for your water system. Okay, as long as it's in that position, it will keep the water in the system. If you lift it up, so just tip it up like a hinge,
Yeah.
pointing upwards. That's drains the
So
system.
when would you need to drain it at the end?
So, yeah, when you finish, yeah.
Who's that?
So obviously, what I tend to do is drain it, not actually on the pitch.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
if the next person's coming along, they're not going to be happy. There's
Yeah.
got water all over their pitch.
Okay.
What I tend to do is drive out to the gate as you're just about to leave
And
the
then-
site. My wife tends to jump in and
And just
open that up.
flick it.
Yeah. So as you're driving home, that bit of movement allows it to drain out.
Okay. And can
Alright.
you just leave it in the up position?
Yeah. Leave it in your position. What you also need to do is open the taps to centre as well.
Okay.
Okay. So that allows the air to run through. Otherwise, it creates a bit of a vacuum and
Yeah.
doesn't drain everything out. Okay, so we've checked all the other things. So you check the taps are shut, because if you don't check that tap shut, then you end up with a very wet bathroom. Especially if you can see which direction it could be pointing in. You open
Yeah.
that door and it's just face full of water. Then you can switch the water pump on. Okay. What you need to do, if you drained it down previously, it's going to be air in the system. You need to get that air out of the system. So I always start on the cold side first. Open it up. You'll hear the pump start up. You'll have a lot of spluttering to start with,
Yeah.
which you'll get a bit of spluttering in it. I have primed it, but because I pull the pipe out, there we go. So you'll get a lot of that first because it's trying to push the air out.
Yeah.
I always start on the cold side first, because if I start on the hot side, that takes a lot longer for the water to come through, because it's trying to fill the hot water tank.
Yeah.
So if I start on the cold side, I know for a start that pipe may curl up. If I was waiting for that on the hot side, I could be there all day waiting for that if it's drawing
Yeah.
air. So start on the cold side. You can see you've got most of the air out. You can see it's just like a solid stream there. Turn it across to the hot side then. That's going to fill the hot water tank as well as the hot water pipes. So open that up on the hot side then. That will splutter for at least a couple of minutes, at least. Obviously, as I said, I've primed it already. So you'll be splutter.
Has you got a pressure on this one?
Yes, pressurised one, this one, yeah. So obviously you can see the steam coming off it is not instant heat. Right, so if you imagine if this is spluttering, it's water doesn't seem to want to come out. So obviously it's got a bit of an airlock somewhere, all that pipe has curled up.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the acroll. So the best thing to do is shut the tap down, obviously check that pipe. If the pipe's is okay,
Yeah.
what it is just struggling to get the air out. So if you shut it down, shut the tap, it will build the pressure up in the pipe.
And then just run
Then
the cold
release
tap.
it slowly, because sometimes it can come out with quite an explosion of air and water.
Yeah.
Okay, so once you've got a solid stream like that, then you know your hot water tank's full. Okay, if it's still spluttering away, then obviously it's still got a bit of air there.
Yeah.
Okay, do the same with each tap. You can hear the pump there; it continues on a little bit longer. If you've still got air in there,
Yeah.
it doesn't. It takes that little bit longer for it to shut off. Okay,
Yeah.
happy that's so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not saying it's not rocket science, but once you've done it a few times, you'll
Yeah,
get into
you get used to it.
used to doing it. Yeah. Okay, now we can heat the water now. Okay, so what we need to find is a consumer unit which is sitting under. We just need to open this flap over here. So what you don't want to be doing is switching the water heating on before you've got water in that tank. Obviously,
Okay.
you saw the heat that was coming out of that. Then obviously I've had it up and running, make sure everything's operating correctly. And if you can see down here, right, consumer unit. If you can see that. So there's some orange buttons here. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can see that. So one says space heater, so that's for your fire. Okay. The water heater, obviously for the water heater. That is operating the water heater on electric. I'll just switch it off now so I don't forget to switch it off. He knows how to use that then, yeah.
He's also in the fridge. You're going to have to watch him with that else your fridge.
Oh yeah, you could end up with warm milk or warm bacon. Right, so water, it is very important that is not switched on before you've got water in that hot water tank. Okay. So it's best to do, the best thing to do is switch that off before you leave site. Even though disconnecting electric will obviously put the power to it anyway.
So always turn that
If you go to your next site and plug electric in and you've left that switched on, you've got no water in that boiler.
Water heater
You're
one.
going to be in trouble. Yeah, so it's like boiling a kettle with no water in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll leave that switched off there now. So you've got options with the water heating. You can operate it on electric, which is that one there.
Yeah.
Or what you've also got is the gas operation as well. You can see from this
We'll
side.
be going for the electric, I think, especially
Yeah,
at
but
first.
you've got that option. Electric's quite efficient anyway, but you have got the gas side of it as well. So you've got two controls here. Ultra heat, that's your heater. Ultra store is your water.
Yeah.
So storing your water. Ultra heater. So the one we're looking at is the water heating. To operate the gas, operate the hot water on gas, turn the outer ring, which is the grey ring. You can see that gas icons there. Green light. I don't know if you just heard the boiler click then.
So does that just work from that gas bottle
Yeah,
there?
that's it. Yeah.
So you wouldn't need to know. I thought you had to have another gas bottle on the
No,
side.
no. It's operating off that gas. That's just supplying the gas locker in the front. So you can see there, it's got a green light. If it goes to red, that means it's failed. Okay. So if it's failed, turn it off. Check the usual things. So check you have turned your gas on. Check you have got gas. So you could fire your cook up just to make sure you've got gas. The other thing is that cover that I took off.
Yeah.
That. So just make sure that has been taken off.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'll shut it off. And the other thing is it's got air in the system. Okay.
What do you do? Just take that cover off and just bring it in until
Yeah,
you
put
finish?
it in the gas locker.
Yeah.
Put it in the gas locker out of the way so no one can nick it. So if it's got air in the system, you need to purge the air out. So all you do is just switch it on again. If it goes to failure, so it goes to red again, switch it off again, leave it a minute. So what it's then is trying to purge the air out, so switch it on again. If it fails again, switch it off, give it another minute. So about 2 or 3 attempts it should be mighty. Okay. The difference between heating on the electric or on gas it's variable temperature. Okay, so you've got a setting down as 30 degrees or up to 70 degrees. The electric is thermostat controlled to 70 degrees, so you can't vary that.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
And is that the other one then?
Yeah,
on
so this
electric?
is the heating.
Oh, okay.
This is heating on electric, this one. Okay, so that's your water heating on gas. Water heating on electric is that button that's on the consumer unit. Okay.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah, good. So to heat the room, hopefully you won't need that in the next next few days, hopefully, or next week.
Yeah, or
Yeah, well, yeah, it was a bit chilly this morning, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it's
We're cold people, but the boys are hot people.
Oh, right.
They're
Oh,
always
that's funny,
hot.
yeah. They are quite a good, efficient fire. These are. You've got the options of electric or gas on this as well. To operate on electric, you've got the space heater button on there. So on your consumer unit, exactly. So you've got a space heater there. So that needs to be switched on. That then allows power to this switch here. So you've got this selector. It looks very similar to that one.
Yeah.
But what you've got the options on this one is the wattage. So you turn the outer ring, you've got 500 watts, 1000 watts or 2000 watts. So if you remember that roughly like a 3 bar fire, so that's your fire there. It hasn't got 3 elements, but if you imagine that. So obviously 500 is the lowest, 2000 being the highest. Okay. If it's really cold, then obviously you want to put it on the 2000. Or really cold, you may want to fire it up on the gas side first, because they were designed as a gas fire originally, and they've also got an auxiliary electric in the background.
what?
That's it. I would do.
Try it out.
Yeah, you can see by his eyes. Can you? Right. So with the heating system, so fire on electric is that one there. So you select 2000, 500 or 1000, depending on what you want to set it at. And you just got your thermostat controlled in the centre. The green light, you see that? It looks very similar to that when that's lit. All that is to say you've got energy available. If that little switch on the consumer unit that says space heater is not switched on, that light won't be on, you won't be operating on electric. Okay? So centre's off. Okay with that? Yeah. So that's your electric heating. You've got the gas. As I said, if it's really cold, gas is more efficient and it will heat up a lot quicker. Then what you can do, once you've got it up to temperature, you could then switch across to electric if you don't want to use all your gas. And then that will tick over quite nicely on the electric.
So does that electric one that comes out those blowers?
Yeah. So the electric or gas,
Yeah.
it will. You've got the fan this side of it. That will circulate the air out through the vents either end of the bath
Yeah,
and in the bathroom. Okay. To fire it up on gas, all you do if you turn that, if you can hear the clicking, so that's the igniter waiting to light the gas. All you do is depress the button to release the gas. Ticking should stop. What you should be able to see is the flame. You look at a certain angle down there. You should be able to see the flame. Yeah. So if you can hear it, running anyway. So the narrow part of that indicator, that's what the pointer is.
That's it. But they weren't really long, did it?
Right, so the narrow part is the indicator, so whichever one you point at, obviously 10 being the hottest. Obviously, I'll just be careful with obviously the little ones.
Yeah.
Because obviously this one can get
We
quite
won't
warm.
use that one. Yeah.
But even with the electric, it can get a little bit warm as well.
Yeah.
Okay. This side of it, as I said, is your fan. So your fan is independent of the two heaters, of the two types of energy you're using. So you can use that without any heat. So if you want to put it on manual, you can control the speed of the fan. You can use it on the electric side of it, electric heating, and you can use it on the gas heating. So what that will do is, all it's doing is just pushing the air out for the pipes and out for the vents.
Yeah.
Okay. It has also got, so the centre's off. It's also got a thermostat control one as well. So if you put it to A and set to whatever speed you want, it will go up and down with the heat then. So when it needs it, it will. Obviously, the fan will need to come on. It will come on. Okay.
Lovely.
Right. Happy with your heating your water?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Right. What we got next is your fridge. So you probably want to put your fridge on when you get to site. Right. So on-off button is that one there. See that there, the little tiny button. So you just press and hold to switch it on or switch it off. If you can see, it's got a blue light flashing at the moment. That blue light flashing means there's either an issue or the energy you've selected is not available. Okay. So if I can just press any button just to light the screen up. So the energy select is the one on the left. So at the moment it's 12 volt is selected. 12 volt is what actually comes from the car. So that will not operate until you've got the car connected, the engine running. What that will not do is cool the fridge down. It will maintain the temperature as you're travelling.
Okay.
So if you can, cool the fridge down before you travel. And then you just switch it to that. You don't need to switch the control panel on. All you need to do is just switch the fridge on. Switch it to battery, which is using that control there. I'll show you that in a second. Then it will automatically supply 12 volts to the fridge. Okay? Yeah, that should be cold. Right. So to select energy, other than that, is your gas or electric, as you just selected now. So select electric. So most people tend to run it on electric.
Yeah.
So you're trying to save the gas. So if you want,
Gas
it's actually
pocket
auto.
will do 2 to 3 days on a fridge.
Yeah, if you get everything run on gas, it'll soon drain that down. So to select, all you do is select the gas. That will automatically light. Okay. If it fails, it will come up with that blue flashing light again. So if it's failed, what it means is it's just failed to light. Okay. So all you do is press and hold, switch it off. Check you have turned your gas on. Same as if you've got failure on the boiler. Fire your cook up, so you have got gas. Give it about a minute, then switch it back on again. Okay. So yeah, sure it's failure now.
Get your book, Henry.
Okay, so electric, you just select electric. And I've just noticed it's actually got auto on this one. So with auto, if you select auto, what that will do, it'll search out for the best energy it thinks should be operating on. If there's electric available, it'll go for that first.
Yeah.
If electric's not available, it'll go for gas. If gas is not available, it'll go for 12 volts. So that, obviously, that's only if you've got the connection to the car. Okay?
Does it automatically
Yeah.
set the temperature and that?
No. So this side is a temperature
The height.
select. Okay, all 5 left, that's the coldest setting.
Okay.
So if it's coming out frozen butter, then you want to obviously
Yeah.
alter it. You just press that button, it just scrolls round and round. 2 or 3 is round about average for this country.
Yeah.
All depends on obviously how warm it is outside.
Yeah.
Okay. Happy with that? Yeah. Do you want to get your fingers in there now? Oh, the fun of our little kids. all my 3 are now. One's at 18, 20 and 22, which got their own, obviously they're different things that obviously can annoy you. Right. Cooker. You got a 12 volt igniter there.
can't
I
hear
couldn't hear it.
with these guys.
Yeah.